Hello, everyone. I had a strange day. My name is Jason. Um, yeah, I had a really weird day today. This was wild. So I've been processing some energies and dealing with some stuff for sure. And I think I have a handle on what's going on now. At least I think I do. It involves boundaries and the solar plexus chakra, a shamanic journey. Yeah. So 2 days ago, oh my God, I stayed up all night and the entire day to try and adjust my sleep schedule. And last night I went to bed at 8 o'clock at night. I slept great. I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, but I felt like crap. And it's not that I wasn't tired. I felt good sleep-wise. I just was in a terrible mood. I was like moody. So that's processing energies. That's what's coming. So I was on. It's like you stay in that bad mood until you figure out why you're in the bad mood, and then it'll let up. That is the way that it teaches you. So, okay. I was in a bad mood. Then I had to go do something locally where it involved dropping something off, which is fine, but I knew I was in a terrible mood, and it was not a good idea for me to go out in public and deal with anything at all where I had to think today. I knew it. So before I even left the house, I said to myself, no, I won't go into anywhere other than for a short stint. And as you do that stuff, you set that boundary for yourself, and you do what you know is right for the condition you're in, let's say, at this moment. You fill your own cup first. I wasn't capable of doing anything for anybody today. I just wasn't, and I knew it. And recognizing that and accepting it's a big step in this awakening journey. Understanding your limitations and sticking to it. That's where the boundaries come in. Okay, so it's going to test you. So today, I did, like I said, I dropped the thing off, and then immediately got a call that I needed to come in and discuss some stuff. And I said, no, I won't. But this, and this. No, I will not. This wasn't my fault. I set my boundary. I will not break this boundary. This is for my own good, and I know it. And then there's persuasion. They use different methods. I should say, it's us. We use different methods to try to test ourselves in the 3D world, and then the 3D world obliges. So, it ended up not being a big problem, but it caused some strife, and there was a bit of back and forth, and I had to really stick to my guns, and I did. Okay. That did not adjust my mood. So I knew something else was coming. Like I said, when you have a lesson to learn and you learn the lesson, then it usually alleviates the pain, let's say, or the pressure it puts on you to learn the lesson. This all sounds cryptic, I know, but anyone who's going through the awakening process and understands that we are living in a simulation or a matrix understands what I mean. And the rest of you will find out eventually. If you don't believe me, you'll see. Okay, so not feeling any better, so I decided I'm gonna go in the forest. I'm gonna go do some walking around in the woods. I took a .22 rifle with me just in case I saw some small game or something, and I had intended just to go walk around in the woods more than anything, and maybe sit by a river and boil up a cup of tea. I have this little rocket stove that I take with me, and it's usually a wonderful experience. It's good theory. When I get in there, I have low energy, which makes no sense. Then I got to this spot by the river. It was beautiful. It was quiet. All you could hear was the water running. I was sitting on a log, grounding myself, and I could feel like tears and emotion welling up, and I had no reason why. I could not figure out why. No idea. So it was, I know now, but at the time I didn't. So, I gathered up some wood and I was going to start the fire, and I just didn't even have the energy to do that. Literally throwing some twigs in a thing, so I just sat there with my eyes closed. I tried to ground myself some more, and then I had an interaction with a deer. I saw a nice deer. Should have been a perfect day, really should have been. And I wasn't feeling any better. I shouldn't say that. I felt a little bit better. I definitely felt more grounded after leaving the forest. So I come home and I'm feeling tired. Okay. And I'm sitting here. I got tired early, about 8 o'clock, and I thought, oh great, I'll have a good night's sleep. As you can see, I'm still awake. So obviously that didn't pan out. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna do a shamanic journey. So there's 2 shamanic journeys that I haven't done in Sarah Hall's course. And I went in and I was going to pick one of the ones that I hadn't done yet. And the next one on the list was empowerment, it was called. Like, okay, we'll do that one. That just seemed like the right one to do. It was designed around clearing your solar plexus chakra, which is where your power comes from. And it worked. Now, the journey was a middle world journey. I went, my Mayan shaman showed up to help me along the way and show me where to go. And I won't talk much about it, but it brought you to the mouth of a cave, and then the description was that you will go in one way, the way you are now, and when you come out, you won't be the same. And I felt this trepidation where I didn't want to go through the cave mouth. I had to make the decision myself, and I stepped through. And when I went in, I believe we sat in the darkness of the cave for a while, just centering ourselves, and then there was a sort of a ritual, and it was designed to open up your solar plexus chakra and empower you, give you confidence. So I did it, and when I was finished, I decided I'm just going to go to bed because it's getting pretty late. It was 9 o'clock by the time I finished. I was tired. I tried to go to sleep, and I did not sleep a wink. 1:30 I got up. But the worst part, before Amanda came to bed, it's not the worst part, it's a wonderful thing, but before she came to bed, I was just an absolute mess. During the shamanic journey, which is just a meditation. That's all they are. They're essentially guided meditations where you're in a meditative state or a trance or say a hypnotic state. You can call it whatever you want, but they're doing the same thing. It's just that you're directing where you're going. Sometimes it directs you. So I was crying like crazy, sobbing. And the stuff that came to my mind was, it was like the last remnants of depression. Where the old me that didn't want to wake up in the morning was being let go. So I was going through all the same feelings and processing it and letting it go over and over. And it went on for quite a while. I had a severe pain in my back, right behind my heart chakra. Now this was designed to open your solar plexus, and I could definitely feel it. But what I didn't realize, and I got this after watching one of the channels I like to watch, Anakin's Insights actually, he described in his latest video that he said something like, there's something around connecting your solar plexus chakra to your heart chakra. And I burst out laughing because that's exactly what happened. And that's what it feels like. Now it's very overwhelming. It is. It was a lot of energy. I didn't expect to have that much left to process. But I should have known. This happens. Now, normally this would have wrecked me. Would have kept me down for a few days maybe. But you know, I understand what's happening here. I had stuff I had to let go of, and you know, I just hope it's getting close to the end of letting go of this stuff from the past, this old way of being. There's never an end to this. There's never an end to learning. There's never an end to the growing. But I do feel there is an end to the trauma and the pain and the old ways of being. And I know there is, because who knows where the end is, but I have a lot less that I have to deal with every day. And I'm not holding down only a fraction of what I was at one point. Before this journey started, I was, wow. It just blows my mind to think about, actually, how much I was bottling up and how much has been let go of. In the past year, that was all in here. No wonder I was sick. No wonder I was hurting. No wonder I was always miserable. No wonder I couldn't be happy. It's crazy. Like, I still struggle with this stuff. And I've got a fraction to deal with that I did before. So what is that? Like, I don't know how I was still alive. I guess I barely was. So that was my day. Now I don't feel like I can sleep. So I woke up. When I didn't wake up, I was trying to sleep. I tried some meditative music. I tried some other things, but nothing seems to work. So I don't know what this insomnia is about. You know, am I going to have to stay up another full day? I get to sleep every second day. Seems kind of ridiculous, but I think I know what's going on. So in the past, I used alcohol to sleep initially when I could. And then marijuana became legal here in Canada. So I started using that, and I did that for about 2 years to sleep. So I'd take it right before bed. It worked wonderful at first. But then I stopped using that at the same, actually I stopped that right at Christmas time. last year, so almost a year ago. And the alcohol was March 1st, completely. And now I don't take anything. I think I might have had 2 Advil in the last year. That's it. No melatonin, no nothing. I did try melatonin because it's pretty inert, but didn't do anything for me. So what I think is happening is it's testing me. Am I going to go back? Am I going to quit on this and go back to a substance for assistance in sleeping? And the answer is no, I won't do it. You know, I could easily go to the doctor and get a prescription for sleeping pills. It would be nothing to get done. They would be practically knocked on my door to give them to me. But the temptation is there, and I won't do it. I won't. I'd rather stay up for the rest of my life than be having to rely on a substance in order to sleep. So if you're listening, universe, I'm not going back, and you can let it go. You can let me sleep. And on the other note on that subject, got me on the alcohol. So it's a little story. So this was probably 4 months ago, I think. And I've been off the alcohol for quite a while at that point. I think like 5 months. And I didn't think I had a problem anymore. Like I could take it or leave it. It wasn't going to be an issue. And I foolishly decided, you know, some people in our lives still drink, and I have no problem with that. It's up to you, right? But I certainly don't. But it was this particular person's birthday, and we were going to get him a bottle of some alcohol for his birthday because that's what he wanted. So I decided normally I would just be the one who was handle this, and I'd go into the liquor store and get him the bottle, and yeah, that'd be fine. And I did it this time. That was a mistake. Wow. The smell of alcohol in that place triggered something in me, and I knew better than to actually do that, to push myself that hard, to go immerse myself in the vapor trail of alcohol and see if I can make it through. So that was an interesting test. I didn't end up drinking or anything, but it certainly put pressure on me, and it's probably wise not to do that to yourself. So I think that's where I'll leave it. Like I always say, I hope this video finds you well. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.